and we were kind of like left alone
Oh
because they
gosh.
had to do for everybody.
Well,
Now we're
and
not just on, as much as I don't want to have to say in their defense, but in their defense, now they're taking care of a lot of acts. It's not just us.
Yeah,
Like now
yeah.
right.
it's Sony now. It's not just our girls. It's everybody. So now you got Destiny's Child, you got Black, you got Escape, you have us, and we're
Yeah,
the
Mark Nelson, I
bottom.
remember
We're on
that.
the bottom of the totem pole right
Mark
now
Nelson,
because
yeah.
we're not,
Right.
so we're not the
Now
ones
we're
that they're
not
thinking about.
priority.
They're thinking about,
Yeah.
they're thinking about the ones that have made them already big money. So they're not, we're like secondary. So
Yeah.
now we have to deal with that because we're used to being the ones. Like we're used to being the
Mm-hmm.
most important. So it was
Yeah.
all those things. We were dealing with a lot of things all at once. The same way we can say that our deal came quickly and everything kind of moved fast. The fall was like hitting us in the face.
Yeah.
That came even quicker. So
Mm-hmm.
we had to learn how, and we had to learn how to deal. And we're still young and still trying to figure things out, just figuring out life, period. So it was a lot. It was a lot to
Yeah.
have to deal with.
And then even like Aaliyah said, between all that she just mentioned, we're also, we're being pushed over to another label, and
Mm-hmm.
we got a chance to do two soundtracks,
Mm.
right?
Amazing
During
soundtrack.
that time,
Yeah.
amazing soundtracks at that, for The Best Man, the movie The Best Man, and The Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. So with those soundtracks doing exceptionally well, we're still thinking like, okay, it's messy, things are going on, but we're on this, these great projects and things will come out of it. And it's like,
Maybe
maybe
not.
not. Maybe not. So now it's okay. Okay, yeah, you guys are on these multi-platinum soundtracks, this and the third. But guess what? Hey, Colombia's no more. Now we're shopping for another deal. And it's like, what is happening? We literally felt like orphans that nobody
Mm-hmm.
wanted. It was like we always say,
Yeah.
like from one
Yeah.
label to the next, and child.
Yeah. It's a lot.
But did you ever hear from Mariah when you guys got back? Did she ever say, guys, I'm sorry, it was what, or
No, there was no comment. There was no closure, like relationships. Nobody needed
Not like
explanations.
relationships.
We didn't get it. When you say, well, why are you breaking up with me? There was no conversation at all. At all.
did she
At
congratulate you
all.
when you guys had All Cried Out being top 5? Did
Oh
she?
yeah.
Okay, but then,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
but
Yeah, when we were
when,
traveling, we would get phone calls from her all the time. When we would check into our hotels, we would have messages at on our phones when we were like, hey guys, hey ladies, it's me. Happy, love you guys, blah, blah. It was the support was always there when things were happening, but
Right.
when things, yeah, at
oh,
the side of the demise, there were no sympathy cards, no
yeah,
nothing,
but then what
nothing.
about Tommy? When you guys came back, did he say, okay, Crave's up, but we're gonna take care of you guys?
Absolutely not.
I mean, Trackmasters barely said that. I mean, and then it got to a point
Right.
where we're also now, like we said, we're learning that word, recoupment. So we're now asking questions. We're like, and now we're a
Hmm.
problem because before we were just the happy girls that would do whatever you said. Then when we started realizing like something's not right, this is not right.
Yeah.
Now we're asking questions. We're a problem. And then the next thing we know, we're dropped from Colombia. And we're
Yeah.
like, okay, we just gotta strap up our boots and keep it moving and do what we have
Yeah.
to do. And then, like Akisa said, we really felt like we were on our own, like Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald. We were
Like
really,
Ms. Hannigan was running the show right now, like
yeah, it's a
in a
hard knock
big
life for
way.
real.
It's for
Yeah.
real.
yeah. So
Ah,
the tone
it's
and
the fact
toke
that we
then.
can laugh at it. I
No, it's
can't.
good. It's good. But the tone and poke. I mean, okay, we've signed you to our production deal now. Did they have a sit down with you guys? Say, look, things are tough. Okay, but we're gonna do. What was the?
No. No.
Like I said, when we started asking questions, we became a problem, and
Yeah.
that was that.
So
The only
when
closure we got were the pieces in our wigs and our weaves when we had them, if we had them, and not even that, and not even that. So imagine.
so when you get dropped, do they then drop you with a bill, or they say, yeah, it's we'll write everything off. Your single has made some money, so we'll just take that as you've earned, you've recouped all your losses, or do they drop you and still hand you a bill?
An
Well, they don't
invoice.
hand us the bill, but when those royalties start coming in to this day, I'm sure they're getting it. So,
Yeah,
because we
absolutely.
still get our check from our little 2-minute intro. So we know somebody's getting money. So,
Oh,
Right.
oh,
Right. Yeah,
wow.
absolutely.
So the
Because you
mechanicals
guys,
for
yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta think
Yeah.
about it. Everybody who had a hand in anything is
Yeah.
getting crumbs, you know,
Yeah.
left and right. Well, we're probably getting crumbs. They might be getting a little
Right.
bit
They're
more
big,
bigger
yeah.
morsels, but we're
We've
definitely
heard
getting,
so many stories about the money and what we
yeah.
should have gotten and what should have been, that we just kind of like, you know what, fine, it's
It
fine.
is
Like
what it is,
it
right?
is what it is. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so if you ever really like want to know why Dawn left in Vogue, is because of because when I interviewed her, her biggest thing was um they were signed to a production deal with Denny and Tommy,
Mhm.
and she was like, we're still living in apartments, but they're living in $5 million mansions, and we're doing all the singing. What's going
Mm-hmm.
on?
Mhm.
And she didn't get the
Just
same
looking around.
backing from the group when she was trying to say let's stand united, and so they saw her as the problem, and she was given the boot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then also when I spoke with Mike and Slim, they were signed to a production deal that was signed to Bad Boy, that was signed to Arista.
Mm-hmm. The
So
production
if
deals were the thing back then.
so
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
Arista gives $1 million, and the Bad Boy will take their cut, the production will get their cut, and then they will get
Hmm.
their little bit, but they have to
Mm-hmm.
do the $1 million. They have to, so that's why they left to go to Def Jam. But so we started to learn these production deals were pretty much, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
happened with TLC and the rest, is that those
Yeah.
production deals where the labels are sheltered from that, because the labels say, hey, we gave the money. How the production deal works, it's that's up to you
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 You
That
guys
that that
learn
was
to, yeah. So you said you guys tried to learn quickly in the height of
Mm-hmm.
success,
hmm
and the balances in the bank went there, that
Yeah.
things aren't right.
Right. Yeah. But
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
well, like, with a lot of those groups like 112 and the TLCs and Vogue, at least they were able to get to their, I don't even want to say their peaks, but like they got to get where, the label was still
To really
behind them and
soar.
they're
Yeah.
still really sore. For us, it was like we were soaring. Like
Mm,
it didn't, it was one of those things where we don't even understand why this is happening. Like,
Yeah.
why is this happening? It wasn't like, oh, it flopped. It wasn't a flop. That's why we were kind of like, well, there should be some way for us to salvage it. It should be some way for us to work this out in a better way. You guys should still be willing to want to try, and like, because it wasn't like it was a wash, like, oh, this is the worst, project ever. Like, it was still going strong, and it's just like,
Right.
it's yeah, fooey.
but then, but then,
It kind of
okay,
felt like those videos at the funerals where they release the dove and the dove goes flying and then it gets hit by a truck. That's what we felt like.
Right,
Like
exactly.
we're getting ready to soar. It comes a Heineken truck.
so when you guys get dropped, does your manager and the lawyer still hang around, or they're like, yeah, no, we're going with Turn and Poke, that's where the money's at, or what happens to your
No,
lawyer and the
I don't.
manager?
uh, yeah, no.
Us with managers is a thing, but anyway,
That's a whole other chapter, whole other
yeah,
interview.
yeah, really. No, the people I don't even remember who it was at that time, but whoever we had, they stuck with us because you got to
Yeah,
remember before that we were with Violator, we were because
right.
Poke,
Wow.
Yeah.
Poke and Tone. When, like I said, we were told like this is going to be Violator's going to be in management, Chris Lighty, and then they put us to Mona Scott, and like we
Okay.
said, we were everybody's like first girl
Like
group.
guinea
I don't want to
pigs.
say first act, but we were the guinea pigs for the girl group thing, So it was kind of like we just were just being tossed everywhere. Like everybody had their ideas, everybody had what they wanted to do, this here, this where, and we just kind of felt like something ain't right, something's not right. And when we started talking about how something wasn't right, like I said, we're the problem.
We became the
I
problem.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you think about Violet, I mean, they were big more into the hip hop, Buster
Mm-hmm.
and stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but they were big players. So,
Yeah.
and then the thing is, unlike hip hop artists who generally write their lyrics, so they get good publishing deals, and they seem to be a lot more streetwise and stuff, so they tend to get their money. With R&B acts, it's pretty much we give you what to sing, we take care of everything, and you guys go ahead and start singing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but then, did you not have any guardian angels in the industry, at least at that early stage? Then did somebody not look out for you guys or talk to you guys to say, "Hey, this is what's happening"? And
In the industry,
at the
those were
very
the people that
beginning,
we thought that's were the people that we thought were our guardian angels, like
Right.
the track
Right.
masters. Violator, Mariah, like these are the people that we thought were our guardian angels.
Right.
But outside of that, like we said, it's our family.
Yeah.
Our family just trying to pick up the pieces every time something fell
Like,
apart.
yeah, literally through thick and
Yeah.
thin, right,
Yeah.
wrong, and indifferent.
Yeah.
Every time something would be in, we would see things being in disarray. And we
Mhm.
thought this group of people were the ones going to fix it. It would be our
Right.
moms and our uncles and our dad. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
really protecting the babies, so to speak. And we
Mhm.
had to learn that we can't think that we can go into every situation thinking that everything is going to be. You can't expect a you everywhere you go, or how
Right.
you know you or have too
Right.
much of a high expectation. There is a standard in everything, and some people just weren't meeting that standard. But we learned the hard way.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. I begin to